And thanks for staying with us, everyone. The acting president said the 2017 budget will take Nigeria out of recession. Just how possible is that? Plus the fact that the federal government plans to regularize the budget calendar going back to January. They did say that by October this year, the 2018 budget, I beg your pardon, will be sent to the National Assembly for consideration. Let's find out more as we continue with the conversation now. Alhaji Junisa Tanko has since joined us from our Abuja studio. Senator Shehu Sani was also talking to us earlier on the program. Let me quickly begin this session with Alhaji Junisa Tanko, the national chairman of the NCP, National Conscience Party. Are you impressed with what you have seen so far in the budget preparation of the Buhari government? This is perhaps the third in these 2 years or so. Are you impressed so far with what you have seen 6 months down the line and we're just having the budget signed into law?
It's not about the budget preparation. Let's talk about the implementation. That's where I'm concerned. In 2016, somewhere around 22nd of December, the budget was submitted on time to the National Assembly. It took the National Assembly like 6 months, or 6 months, for them to have worked on the document, thereby giving the executive like 7 months to execute the budget. Now, 7 months to execute a budget of 6-point-something trillion naira. That has not affected the low persons on the street, because majority of the people are still asking for how is that budget being executed. In 2007, the same December, that same budget was submitted to the National Assembly. It took the National Assembly another 6 good months. Now it is being signed into law yesterday. Now, you have another 6 months to work on the budget. To execute the budget. 6 months. I don't know the magic in which the government will do in trying to execute that particular budget. Interestingly, the budget itself in 2016 has the difference of $1 to $1 to a naira, about 197. In 2017, it has $1 to 305. You can see the vast difference with an inflation rate of about 15%. That is huge. That is huge, and you are expecting the budget to be executed within a short period of time. The budget in 2016 was 6.07 trillion naira. The budget in 2017 is 7.3 trillion naira. Now, 7.4. Now, when you look at the variance now, there's a 20% increase within the 2016 and 2017. But where that one would not closing in the gap of the recession, that's another thing to look into. You know, normally you will hear only when are you the optimism? Are you sorry? If I may quickly button and bring this question to you. Are you really concerned about the fact that this budget can take us out of recession or not? Do you believe that this budget can? And also, do you think that the regularization of the budgetary calendar could be achieved based on what the acting president said? No, regularization, fine. If you regularize it in such a way that the budget is being executed within time frame, it's beautiful. Whether I believe that this particular budget can take us out of recession, I do believe it can. But the execution timing is another problem. This budget is supposed to have been rolling since like probably January, February. You understand? But now we're talking about half of the year. So, and this particular half of the year, that means that it cannot at this particular point in time. And interestingly, the budget has, the federal government has on hand now 4-point-something trillion naira that can be used to execute the budget. According to the Minister on Budget and Planning, that's Senator Udo Udoma, who said that they have that particular amount of money. But can that amount of money be expended within the now and 6 months is an issue. And if it cannot, then probably we may not get out of this recession before we get into 2018.
Let me quickly go to Senator Shehu Sani. The relationship between the executive and the legislature is a major one. We did understand that about 400 different new projects were created and inserted into the 2017 budget. It looks so much like every budgetary process, it comes with a stormy atmosphere. At this point, are you concerned that the APC still, as a government controlling the National Assembly and controlling the executive, has still not gotten it right in terms of relationship in this sense? And some people will say there seems to be a lot of corruption still going on in the budgetary process when it comes to the National Assembly point of view.
Well, I think there should be a clear demarcation of what people think a government is and what it actually is. First of all, the National Assembly is an arm of government. There is only one government, and any other component of government is simply an arm of one government. And the issues that are raised with regards to those gaps and those figures you mentioned were clearly straightened out between the National Assembly and the executive arm of government. They discussed and worked it out and agreed at a certain point. They understood the very fact that this country has to move on, and there are challenging economic, social issues that confront this country. And it is in that premise that they sat down and they went through the budget together and agreed. And those who thought the budget would not be signed, at the end of the day, there was harmony and concord between both sides, and it was signed. And now we should be looking towards the implementation, which is what is most important. And Nigerians are suffering. There is hunger in the land, and people and things are not working. Just today, hundreds of local contractors were in our office. They were asking that they should be paid, and issues like that need to be settled, and we can't continue to drag on for so long.
Okay.
So that is settled now. All right. With the budget being signed.
Let me allow Alhaji Tanko to wrap up the conversation. Just in about 30 seconds, if you can tell us, what do you think are the aspirations of Nigerians based on what is going on with government right now and the state of the economy, considering what this budget presents to Nigerians? Do you think that there is that hope and confidence from the point of view of Nigerians based on what we have seen from yesterday and today?
Well, I can say, to sum it up, the last 2 years has been quite interesting but challenging. Nigerians are not yet to the promised land, but the intervention and the effort, the determination of this government, especially from the economic side, they have been able to lift people out of despair and hopelessness. There is still hope that this year will be better and next will be better than this year. As we have seen, major interest of Nigerians is how to end poverty, how to create jobs, how to restart our industry, how to diversify our economy, and how projects in terms of infrastructure could fully be funded. These are all issues that are germane and are necessary and are fundamental to the economy of the country. I believe these are issues of interest to Nigerians.
All right. Just before we go on the program, now that the budget of economic and recovery and growth has been signed, the headlines have changed from where is our budget, who is going to sign it, or even who backed or who to sign it to, how soon will the man on the street feel the effect. So going forward, the executive and the National Assembly have agreed to return the budget calendar to January to December, and that will start from the 2018 budget. Good news, right? Because what that means is halfway to 2018, there will be a running budget, and of course, our fiscal planning will be tidier, and that will help our financial health. But come to think of it, is a delay Nigeria experiences in its budgeting system not in line with the popular culture called the African time? Never mind, that was just me thinking aloud, and that's why we leave it. Many thanks, Senator Shehu Sani and Alhaji Yunusa Tanko. On behalf of the team, I'm Sean Kimale. Bye for now.